it's Friday and we're back in the truck. Just got off work, so we're heading out. This week, Mandy and I are gonna go to southeast Minnesota, check out the area around Pipestone. And there's a couple other things down there that I wanna check out as well. The plan is to drive until we get tired. I might end up staying at Marshall. They've got a Walmart there, or we'll go all the way to Pipestone. This gas station has a fill for the water. We're gonna go check it and see if it's on. It's about time for me to put water in this camper. Hey, all right. I am happy about that. Let's get the truck filled up with fuel and then we'll get filled up with water. Next stop, we're gonna go to Fleet Supply. I gotta get a couple of tanks filled up on the propane, and it's so much cheaper to have the tanks filled than to exchange them. This place has always been 10 bucks to refill the tanks for years, and they finally raised the price. It's still cheap. It's only 13 bucks to have one of those 20-pounders refilled.
Thank you.
Gas, check. Water, check. Propane, check. We are ready to go. Hopefully this is a good weekend. The snow is probably my fault. By putting water in my tanks, I ensured that the temperatures were gonna drop down and we were gonna get snow. I don't know what I was thinking. So we've been driving for about 4 hours and made it within 45 minutes of our destination. We're gonna stay in Marshall, Minnesota tonight at Walmart. We'll get up early in the morning, go check out Pipestone. First, we're gonna head over to O'Reilly's this morning, right over there. I need to pick up an attachment for my grease gun, and Mandy is in the overhead cab. She's just gonna stay back there while we drive over. I'm getting a lot of squeak out of this upper ball joint right here, and the thing is, it's a non-sealable greaser. So I just went inside, bought a little needle. I just so happen to have my grease gun with. I'm gonna fill this little boot up with grease. We should see this thing plump up. When I get back home, I'll take some sealant and put it over the hole that I'm gonna make, just so I don't introduce any dirt and water into that boot later. Now that I got that done, next step is going to be replacing my fog light back here. It should just pop out. This guy's burnt. Let's get a new one in there. Trick with these is just don't get them dirty. You don't want to touch that bulb either. Done. All right, we can get back on the road. The grease needle finally took care of that squeak. It's a quiet ride. So this morning we're off to Pipestone, but before we get there, there's a wildlife scientific nature area that we're gonna go check out. I called up the Chamber of Commerce on a lunch break the other day and asked him about maybe some spots that the locals visit and is not really well known. And man, he was a wealth of information. This guy at the chamber told me all kinds of places to visit. So the plan was to come out here last night and sleep here, not at Walmart. When it got so late and with the rain and snow, I just didn't feel comfortable coming out here not knowing what to expect. I looked on Google Maps and it kind of shows that this road just dead ends into this natural wildlife area. I am completely spinning in here. She is pretty mucky up in here. It's a good thing I have four-wheel drive. Otherwise, definitely, I'd be stuck right now. When I went on Google, I was looking at all the pictures of this place, and the rolling hills and wildflowers are gorgeous. I think that we're just not at the right time to be here. And out of nowhere, this fog shows up. It was perfectly blue skies half an hour ago. Now we're covered in fog. Maybe we can hit this place up another time. Today, it's just not our day. We'll come check this place out later on in the year. Wait till the wildflowers are out. Off to Pipestone. There's not a lot of people here today, which is all right. I didn't really know what to expect, but 6 cars, that's not bad. We made it to the Pipestone National Monument. Right now, I don't have a whole lot of backstory on this place. So let's go inside and see what it's all about. Back in 1838, there was a government expedition with 6 scientists coming to this area to try and find this red stone. Joseph Nicolet had documented the expedition, and in his papers he wrote, "Towards 1:30, we finally arrived in the valley of the red famous stone, which is sought after by all the tribes in the north and northwest for making pipes. When not prevented by war, they come to this place on a yearly pilgrimage to quarry it." So I got a little bit of information on the land here. What's happening is there's a topsoil of a couple inches, so we have the dirt, and then underneath the dirt there's about 5 to 6 feet of quartzite, and then under that is a couple feet of vein of pipestone. American Indians still quarry pipestone here, as they've done for generations. From quarry pits like this one, American Indians from many tribes removed the raw stone basic to their culture. The items hanging from the limbs of the tree are streamers made of colorful cloth. Each cloth and its color are significant to the person who placed it. The items represent a prayer or an offering that are placed here for spiritual purposes. The offering ties are often filled with tobacco. Right in the beginning of April, and not a whole lot of people here. I'll take it. It's a very interesting place. We're off. Not sure where we're gonna go. I'm gonna get on the phone and see what else is around the area. I think maybe there's some state parks nearby. So I pulled the technology square out of my pocket, found out that there's a state park about 20 minutes southeast of Pipestone. It's called Blue Mound State Park. Now, I've never been here, but this is a really popular park. Looked like they had a lot of rock outcroppings and even a herd of buffalo. The park has close to 100 campsites. 2 of them are being reserved today. The landscape here definitely looks a lot different than what I'm used to in Minnesota. A lot of windmills. Southeast Minnesota is full of a lot of prairie land out here. If you remember the show Little House on the Prairie, that was based right here. It's a town called Walnut Grove. So I made it up to the ranger station. He said to go take a look, see if there's any sites that we want. It's $24 for an electric site. So we're gonna go check it out right now. The campground is completely empty. Holy buckets, the sites are close together, and there is not a lot of tree coverage between them. So we're thinking that site number 29 looks good. We've got the river behind us, the electrical plug-in. The bathroom is up there, so not too far away. Although we have water now to take showers. We're on the river. There's nobody here. It's close to the bathrooms, has electrical. The site could definitely work. And it looks like it's pretty flat here too. I'll be honest, I don't stay at these places often, and you guys are watching this probably thinking, what are you talking about, Kenny? You stayed at like 4 state parks in the last 3 months. And that's true, I have. And that's probably the most I've stayed at state parks in years. And there's a couple of big reasons why. Number 1, cost. Number 2, privacy. These state parks generally are more of a family type setting, and they can get loud. Not my thing. But during the off season, what we've had the last couple of months, in the middle of the winter, these state parks, they're pretty nice. Right now, we're gonna head inside, make a little lunch. Mandy brought stuff to make jalapeno poppers, so let me show you how we do it. So here's all the ingredients that's gonna be going into it. Jalapeno peppers, minced garlic, sharp cheddar bacon, cream cheese, the eggs, and the everything bagel seasoning. Well, that's for an add-on I'll show you at the end. We're gonna be using the air fryer to cook these things, 370 degrees for 7 minutes. I'll show you how I put them together. We're gonna start by cutting the peppers. And we want to pretty much slice them even right down the middle. Depending on how spicy you like them, you can leave a couple of the seeds inside. Now we're going to mix 4 ounces of cream cheese in this bowl. And we're going to put a little cheese in there as well. And we're going to do just a little bit of the minced garlic. Now we can stir this up. Eventually, it'll start to soften. Now that the cream cheese is all mixed up good, we're going to put it right inside each one of the peppers. Now that we have all of our jalapeno halves filled up with our cream cheese mixer, we're going to top with bacon. We're going to take our bacon, we're going to push it down into the cheese. This way, when we put it in the air fryer, the bacon doesn't curl up off of it. Now that we have them all set in the air fryer, we're going to go 370 degrees for 7 minutes. You might be asking yourself, what's the egg and bagel spice for? Well, that's because we like to make an over easy egg and then dip the popper into the egg yolks. It's delicious. And this is what they look like after 7 minutes. And this right here is what's going to be for lunch. I know it sounds weird, but if you take the jalapeno popper, get egg yolk on it, along with the cream cheese, it's amazing. We went to the east side of the park where they have a road going up to a big overlook. I'm just sitting here. This land doesn't feel like Minnesota anymore. It reminds me of being in South Dakota. It's really pretty though. From up here, the world seems small. The wind up here, the wind up here is going pretty good. So hopefully you guys can hear this. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. There's signs here calling this an ancient quarry. I have no idea what that means or how old this is. This is really impressive. Up here quite a ways. These rocks, they are really slippery.
Sometimes you need to go, take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell.
Check things. It's a very nice campground. Not very many people here at all, except for these people that pulled in next to us. Whatever. Mandy's gonna stay inside for a little while, and I'm gonna go on a bike ride. It doesn't surprise me that someone pulled in next to us, even though the whole park is completely empty. It's kind of a common thing to do. It shouldn't be, but it is. Such a peaceful place right now. Well, the trail's dropping down into the valley and the ground's getting pretty wet. Probably has to do with the snow just going out. So I don't think I'm gonna push it through any of those trails. We'll start heading back to the camper. Gonna be making supper soon. It's not the easiest riding one hand, trying to record with the other. I'll do the best I can. So our plan is just to hang out here at the campground for a little while this morning. It's Sunday, so we got to be back to work tomorrow, and it's a 4.5 hour drive back home. So we're just gonna chill out here. Here around 11, we'll make lunch, and then we're gonna start heading back home. But for now, we're just gonna chill out and hang out here.
Yay! No! Look at I had all of them out too, finally.
So for lunch today, another one of Mandy's recipes. This one's called a Big Mac salad, and it's kind of a play on the sauce that we use for the salad. Definitely leave a comment below if you guys are gonna try this one out. Mandy was pretty excited the other day reading all of your comments about what you thought of her recipes. So yeah, check this one out. And this is what we're going to be using to make the sauce. We've got yellow mustard, white vinegar, dill relish, smoked paprika, onions, mayonnaise, and a little bit of sweetener. In the sauce, we're going to be using diced onions. So first, I'll just get a few small rings for the salad itself. Now I'm going to be making just a little bit of diced onions for the dressing. For now, we're just going to set aside the onion rings. So we're going to start with 3/4 cup of mayo. Next is 4 teaspoons of mustard. Next we have 2 tablespoons of the dill pickle relish. One tablespoon of vinegar. We'll go a tablespoon of the onions. Right about there. Now is going to be 2 teaspoons of sweetener. And then about a 1/2 teaspoon the smoked paprika. Now we're going to mix all this up. We're going to put this in the fridge. Next up is going to be browning the hamburger. Now we're going to do a little bit of pepper. And a little bit of salt. We're going to be using romaine lettuce. That's what Mandy likes. We got sharp cheddar cheese. And now we're going to put some of the onions in here. Next, we're going to go pickles. It's basically like a hamburger in a bowl, and that's why it's called the Big Mac salad. Now we'll top it off with the hamburger. And now our sauce out of the fridge, set up a little bit. And there we are. Basically, Big Mac in a bowl. Once you get this whole thing mixed up, it's amazing how much it really does taste like a Big Mac. Give it a shot. Try that sauce out. It's pretty good. Well, it looks like we're all cleaned up in here, ready to get back on the road. It's going to be about a 5-hour drive to get back home. We'll stop at the dunk tanks before I leave, get all my tanks emptied. These gloves work great, and you can pick them up right at the gas station. Free. Well, that's it. I think we got this little video in the bag. I'll join up with you guys again next week. I haven't got anything planned yet, but the tanks are empty, water's full, so that means I think a boondocking video is in order. So until next week, guys, be kind, be honest. We'll see you down the road.